Austin Lawrence, your mountain biking MLO. I'm going to go ahead and take you out on the trail. I'm here in Napa in the Skyline Wilderness Park, and I'm going to go over closing costs. So thanks for coming along. I think this will be a really interesting introduction to closing costs. What are the different parts of it and what to expect. So thanks, Austin Lawrence, your mountain biking MLO. Let's hit it. We're going to get on the trail. Let's cover closing costs. All right, so there's basically three parts that closing costs are broken down into now because of the new regulations, laws, etc. And what you have is basically those costs that you cannot shop for, those that you can shop for, and then what we call kind of other, because it's really hard to guesstimate until you're into the final documents to figure out what those are. That's the prepaids and stuff like that. So inevitably you're trying to figure out what are my actual closing costs. So the A you can't shop for, that's going to include loan origination, it's going to include your appraisal, and probably your credit. So that's pretty easy and standard, and those are usually just fixed prices, whatever the situation is, the program you're getting into, etc. Then you have, this is the confusing part, those you can shop for, and that includes basically title and escrow. So in a nutshell, title and escrow is basically protecting your deed for the lender against any mishaps, unreported, any liens like a solar company or taxes, stuff like that. So you're going to have some basic parts. You're going to have your escrow, which is third party who's monitoring the exchange of property and the money. And then you're going to have your title insurance for your lender. You're going to have your actual title policy. And then as well, you will have maybe an owner's policy, especially in a purchase. And then some document fees, courier fees, notary fees, flood, depending on the area you're in. So those can be a little intimidating to try to figure out, but if you have a good loan officer, they can work with you on shopping if you'd like, or they can recommend a good company to go with that the lender you're working with actually recommends. And then you have your third part, which is the other, and that is home inspection, prepaid, your homeowner's insurance. Especially on a purchase, you're going to need to pay that a year in advance, so you can expect 14 months of that. Taxes, depending on when you're paying those, could be impounding 3 months to 9 months. So it really depends on the time of the year you're doing your purchase or refinance. Generally speaking, probably have anywhere from $4,000 to $12,000 in closing costs. On a purchase, maybe a little bit more because of the inspections and a couple of the other ins and outs of the process. Well, that's the basic breakdown of closing costs in a nutshell. Obviously I can give you a guide and go through it in more detail, which I do with my clients. So thanks for being along. Really appreciate the opportunity, and I will see you on the trail. This is Austin Lawrence, your mountain biking MLO.